Helping Hands Short Stories with Arcelie. Real stories, real homes.
Hey there, it's Arcelie. Welcome to the very first episode of Helping Hands Short Stories. This is where I share real situations that homeowners face and explain the options in plain and simple words. My goal is to make it easier to understand so you know what choices you really have. Today's story is about something I hear a lot: being stuck with a co-owner who won't pay, won't move out, and won't sell. So when you're in love, you don't think about what could go wrong. Your focus is building a future with that person. But the truth is, not every relationship lasts forever. Not every story has a happy ending. That's why setting things up the right way from the start is so important. It protects both you and your partner if disputes or unforeseen changes or life events you can't control come up later. It's not about if it will happen. It's about when it happens and whether you're prepared. So let's get into it. So a few months ago, Justin reached out to me about his complicated situation. He bought a house with his girlfriend during COVID year. He recently got promoted, so he qualified for a loan and he has enough money saved up for the down payment. So they went online and found a house that they liked, which is in a new development. They didn't have a real estate agent representing them. So it was definitely an impulse purchase, but he didn't think of it that time. He was in love. He wants to have a house together with her. He put in most of the down payment and the mortgage was only in his name, but his girlfriend was added on the title afterwards. At first, everything seemed fine. They were building a future together. The home was new, exciting, and full of plans. But later, the relationship fell apart. Now he is stuck with almost $3,000 a month in payments, which he couldn't afford all by himself. His partner refuses to help. She refuses to move out and does not want to cooperate with the sale. The loan isn't in her name. She doesn't care if the bank takes it. Imagine how that feels. You're trying to save the home. You're scared about your credit. But the other person you used to love and trust just shrugs and say, "Not my problem." I want you to picture this. You're at the kitchen table. You're begging them to help you. And they just look at you and say, "I'm not paying. Do whatever you want." That is heavy. And sadly, it happens a lot. Let's pause and break this into simple parts. Loan versus title. The loan is your contract with the bank. If your name is on it, you are 100% responsible. The bank doesn't care who lives in the home. The title is ownership. Whoever is on the title is a legal owner or co-owner. Even if they paid nothing, even if they never made one mortgage payment. So here's the trap. The person on the title can block you from selling, but they don't have to pay the bank. How about equity? Well, equity is just the difference between what you owe and what the home is worth. For example, if the house is worth $300,000 and the loan is $250,000, that's $50,000 worth of equity. Well, in this case, the house value is about the same as the loan balance. So there's little to no equity. That makes the co-owner even less motivated to agree to sell. So what can someone do in this situation? Let's run through some options here. Option 1, keep paying a loan. You can try, but it's not realistic forever. $3,000 a month adds up fast. And if you fall behind, the bank starts the foreclosure process. Option 2, sell the house. This is usually the best solution. But remember, you need all owners on the title to agree. If one refuses, you cannot sell on your own. Option 3 is partition lawsuit. This sounds fancy, but it's simple. Partition means the court steps in and says, if you can't agree, the house must be sold. The judge can also order the other person to buy you out. It takes time and money, but it gives you a legal way out. Option 4, short sale or deed in lieu. This is when you ask the bank to accept less than what is owed, or you can give the home back to the bank instead of foreclosure. But here's the catch. All title owners must sign. If your co-owner refuses, the bank won't approve it. Option 5, foreclosure. This is the last resort. If you stop paying, the bank forecloses. Your credit damaged for years. The co-owner loses the house too, but their credit stays clean. That's why they don't often care. So let's play some what-if questions here. What if the co-owner leaves the home but won't sign? Well, unfortunately, you're still stuck. Even if they're not living in there anymore, their name is still on the title. What if you keep paying for a while, then fall behind? Well, the bank won't wait forever. Once you're 3 months or so late, that's usually when the foreclosure starts. What if you try to refinance in just your name? Well, if your income and credit qualify on their own, it can be an option worth looking at. So definitely talk with your mortgage professional to see what choices you have. If you don't have one, just message or DM me and I will provide you one. This is why early action is so important. People often ask me, can I just remove the other person's name from the title? Well, the answer is no, not without their signature or a court order through partition. Can the bank take the house even if one person is paying? Well, no, if the mortgage is paid on time every month. Yes, if you fall behind, the bank doesn't care who else is living in there. Can I recover the money I already paid in down payment and mortgage? Possibly yes, but only if you document everything. In partition lawsuit, the judge may award you larger share. That's why keeping records is so important. This story is heavy, but it's real. And this is why I started Helping Hand Short Stories. I've seen too many people wait until it's too late. They don't act. They let fear or embarrassment stop them. And by the time foreclosure hits, their options are gone. But I've also seen people act early. They reach out, ask questions, and found a way forward before the bank took over. In those cases, they kept control. They protected their credit, and they were able to move on without that dark cloud. So here's my message. Don't wait. Don't argue with someone who has nothing to lose. Take action now. If this sounds like your situation or someone you know, message me 480-878-0004. And don't forget to subscribe because in the next story, I'll explain what really happens when you miss just one mortgage payment. Thanks for watching Helping Hands Short Stories with Arcelie. Real stories, real homes. Remember, every situation is different. This is not legal or financial advice, so please speak with a licensed professional about your unique circumstances.